Hello and welcome to another episode of the KFace podcast. My name is Geoff Ramsey, and with me, as always, Andrew Payton and Gavin Free. This is episode 113, season 4,
and who else is here?
Year 3, chapter 1. And who else is here? Who did I say? What?
You said Andrew, Gavin?
I'm gonna be honest. This fell in the 30%. I wasn't listening.
Oh, I guess Nick and Eric are here.
Thanks for showing up, dickhead!
Gavin, this is arguably worse than your first one.
I was trying to get a better lead. I was trying to get someone to serve it up, and I was having to serve it up myself, and I spiked it into the ground. All right.
Hold on. Let's try again.
No,
with me as always, Gavin Free, Andrew Payton.
No.
Of course, Nick is always here. And, oh, look who showed up today, Eric. Good to see you, buddy.
Oh, you kind of said it in the.
Yeah, you didn't set him up. You just followed through.
Yeah. Who do we have with us? So let's see. We got Gavin and Andrew as always, and then of course Nick and Eric.
No, that's still you. I don't think.
Yeah,
you
I
understand.
think it's still. I think you're still too much in one
You're
direction.
still missing.
Okay. I got it.
We're moving on. It's
My
next week now.
My name is Geoff Ramsey, and with me as always,
You get
Gavin
nothing from
Free, Andrew Payton, Nick, and Eric.
Look who decided to show up.
Thanks, Andrew.
You're welcome. I got you.
That was like pulling teeth. That was worse than the first one. I don't know how that happened.
Oh man!
I thought we didn't mention it between episodes, but I was so excited, and no one gave it to me.
Oh God!
Episode 113, I believe. Right? Yeah, he did that already. Anyway.
Yeah.
So your dick got shot by a laser or something? I don't know how any of this works. What happened?
You're talking about I got a vasectomy. Yeah.
Okay.
What's today? Thursday. I got it on Tuesday morning. And let me tell you, it's no big deal. They said it was nothing to be worried about. I will tell you, I made one mistake. So if I can provide a little bit of knowledge for any prospective vasectomies, the way it went down is, by the way, I was in and out in 45 minutes. Like, it is such a non-event. They gave me a Valium to take. I took a Valium, and then they were like, you should be good to go now. Just lay on this table. And I was like, oh, there's nothing else. And they're like, well, you can have laughing gas. And I was like, that sounds great. I'll do that. And they go, well, it's $95. And I was like, cool, I'll take 3.
Of course.
You know? I was like, just fucking, give me an order of 7 laughing gas then. So anyway, I stick a little laughing gas to my mouth, and then I was just having a good time. Here's what I will say: everything went fine. The doctor was really cool. The urologist, he talked a lot about jet skiing actually on Lake Austin, so we had jet skiing to talk about. But then at one point he goes, "Man, you did a really shitty job shaving your balls." And he didn't say it in a funny way. He was like really agitated. And so I guess, and it hurt. I was like, oh man,
Was that an
fucking terrible.
instruction?
Yeah, we were supposed to shave the area, and I thought I did, but not to his specifications. So here's what I say: if you're gonna get a vasectomy, shave your balls really well because they don't like it. They get annoyed.
So what was the issue? You just missed big clumps, or it was like the stubble was too long, or like
I guess stubble. I don't know. I didn't get into it. I mean, I was on a Valium and having gas, and he was like, he had like, he'd cut my dick open and had tubes in it and stuff. So, yeah. So that's the hardest part. The hardest part about getting a vasectomy is the opprobrium that you hear from the urologist if you don't shave your balls well. So shave.
It's so hard to shave the balls. I don't know how
it's really hard.
I don't know how to do it right.
Apparently, I don't either. So I can provide you with no guidance.
Did you go wet shave or just a little buzz?
I shaved in the shower with a straight razor. I don't like to use the buzzers because they always clip
straight
and,
razor?
and hurt. Or it's like a face razor. Yeah.
Okay, that's different.
Not like a cutthroat barber one.
Not like you're not Sweeney
I'm
Todding your balls.
Yeah, I'm not trying to. Yeah, exactly. This isn't Gangs of New York.
I always think of that scene in the Peter Pan Disney thing where Smee is shaving the seagull by accident with that cutthroat razor. You know what I'm on about?
No. Like the old animated one?
Yeah, it's like sat on Captain Hook's towel and he thinks it's his head, and then the seagull flies off and he thinks his head went.
Oh, that
It's good
sounds
shit.
familiar. Yeah, it's great. I loved it as a child. I haven't
I'm
watched
just imagining Geoff toweling up his balls with a warm towel and then cracking on with a cutthroat.
I'll tell you what is a little weird is I can feel the stitches in my balls depending on how I sit, and they're not painful, but it's just a weird feeling. Try to avoid feeling your stitches. Yeah, there it is.
I don't think I've seen that in like 20 years.
It kind of, there's a little bit of balls imagery to that as well. The way it looks like balls.
Clearly doing a better job than I did.
What a weird thing for your brain to remember, to just have that ready to go.
Yeah, I don't know where I plucked that from.
So, I'm going to be honest. Somebody, I wasn't listening to part of that. Is a laser involved? You get zapped?
No, I don't think so.
No laser? Because I feel like I've heard the laser option before.
I'll be honest. It was explained to me a bunch, but I don't hold on to a lot of information.
That's fair.
I was probably like, here's what happened. They explained the process to me at the time, and I thought that makes sense. That seems safe. That's acceptable. I no longer need to remember this process. And so I know that I have an incision on my shaft, just where my shaft and my balls touch, that's got like 5 stitches in it. And I know that they went in there and they did something to my vas deferens. I think they like cut it in half and cauterize it, or put like some titanium caps on it, like the little ringlets that are on your shoelaces or whatever. Yeah. And something along those lines. And now I don't make babies anymore, but I got to jizz 60 times first. So, and I can't,
some like residue.
Yeah, you got to jizz like 30 times and then give them a sample, and then jizz another 20 to 30 times and then give them a second sample. And I'm not supposed to get an erection for another like 6 days. So,
because it's bad for the skin?
Well, I think you just don't. I mean, I think you might pull or tug or do something. I don't think you're supposed to be using those parts while they heal up on the inside too. So, but I also haven't felt like there have been a few moments, but yeah. But for the most part, it's you don't want to rip a stitch. Nick says, for the most part, you're just like honestly sitting on the couch with like frozen peas on my nuts.
Wait, so you have to wait a week before you have to start taking the shots?
Yeah, they want you to wait about 8 to 14 days before you start popping off again. And you got to be real gentle. That's why you also it's also like no jet skiing for at least a month, no bike riding for at least a month. Holy shit! I forgot. I got a fucking jet skiing story to tell you, dude.
Oh shit!
So Sunday I went jet skiing, impromptu jet skiing, when it was 113 degrees outside, because Emily and I were bored to death, and we realized we were like. She was like, you're not going to be able to jet ski again for like another 5 or 6 weeks. And I was like, hey, that's a really good point, because I won't be able to, slam on my nuts. And she was like, do you want to just get one last jet ski in before you can't go anymore? And I was like, let's fucking go. So we raced down there. We knew it was going to be hot. It was brutal. It was actually the least fun I've ever had jet skiing. I still had fun, but it was just like so many people out there, and it was so choppy and hot, and it was just like couldn't go faster than like 30 the whole time, Gav, because it was so choppy. Like usually like the cool thing about jet skis is if it's like really choppy at like 20, 30 miles an hour, you get up to 50 and it just kind of goes over all that smooth. Yeah. It was not like that. It was not doable. So it was actually a little stressful, but here's a fucking crazy jet ski story, dude. When we pull up and the dude shows up with four or 6 jet skis on a trailer. And then you like have the conversations and you sign the paperwork, and then he like puts you on jet skis and throws you in the water. Well, the jet ski that you used the last time, Gavin, in the high five video, that jet ski was fucked up. It was on the trailer, and the handlebars were like hanging off to the side, and the front was all dented in, and it just looked like part of the engine was like hanging off, and it looked fucked
Someone
up.
wrecked my jet ski.
And Emily goes, oh my God, what happened? What happened to that jet ski? And he goes, yesterday we had a whole fucking thing. Apparently, some people rented the jet skis, and they were trying. Listen to this. This is insane. First off, they got into a mid-air collision going 40 miles an hour.
Oh no.
And they said, we don't understand it. This is what the jet ski guy told us. He was like, they said like, we were only going about 40 when we hit, so we didn't think it'd be that bad. I don't know if you've ever been in a jet ski. 40 miles an hour in a jet ski is very fucking fast. And the way they did this was apparently they were jumping on the same wake, like on the same wave, and at 40 miles an hour. So they were that close to each other. So they were on the same wave. And so the wave pushed them together in the air, and they collided, and one of them broke their fucking arm, and they had to be like pulled out of the water and like medevaced out.
Oh, Jesus.
That could have been us.
No, because we're not idiots.
I mean, we're close.
We go when we do high fives. We do it at a high 5 miles an hour.
We do it at a speed where the only other person who might be excited that we high-fived on jet skis goes, pretty underwhelming.
Yeah.
I don't want to make light of this because it sounds like somebody was seriously hurt, but the entire time I was just waiting for a swan attack to be responsible for what happened.
No, I looked all over for the swan. It wasn't around. I think it was probably too hot for the swan. But yeah, there is proof right there. Hitting each other at 40 miles an hour, not a good idea.
What about 35?
We'll have to find out.
We'll have to
35 seems much safer to me.
Do the research.
That is crazy. 40. I can't believe they're alive.
Collided in the air at 40 miles an hour and just destroyed that fucking jet ski, dude.
I wonder what the angle was. Like, was it
I don't
hit?
know.
Was it
the
like
other one
side to
seemed
side?
fine. I mean, I rode the other one and it was totally fine. So, yeah.
So that's what happened to Hulk Hogan in Baywatch. Macho Man almost killed him. They're riding off the same wave, and they went up above, and Macho Man landed on Hulk Hogan. He got knocked unconscious. Pamela Anderson saved Hulk Hogan.
I think it was probably similar to that, yeah.
Yeah, I guess if we need a visual recreation of probably what happened, Baywatch is our source. We got this. The wrestler episode.
You go to the experts.
Yes. Speaking of vehicles, I meant to ask this in the last one we recorded. Do you have a car now, Geoff?
Yeah, I got my car back.
Okay, your car's good. It didn't get crashed again on the way.
No, the one crash was the only crash. Yeah. Although I will say those motherfuckers, it couldn't be any further away from me in Austin. Like the absolute ass into town. And so I made them bring it to me because I was like, you guys fucking wrecked my car. You can bring it to me. And they're like, okay. So they bring it to me. They were actually nice about it. I appreciate it. And then I got a call or I got a text 2 days later and they go, hey, we just realized we have all your tennis balls. We're really sorry about that. We took them out of the trunk, I guess, and we forgot to put them back in. So I ran and checked, and sure enough, all my tennis balls are gone. I have 60 tennis balls in my trunk because, I play tennis. And my rackets are still there, thank God. And he goes, do you want us to bring them by? And I go, well, yeah, obviously. I want my fucking tennis balls. And he's like, okay. And then I didn't hear anything for 5 days. And then I get another text, and the guy goes, hey, we're real busy. I'm real sorry. I don't know when we're going to be able to get those tennis balls to you. If you want to come get them. And I was like, just bring them when you can. I'm not driving down there. It's your fuck up. And they're like, well, we'll see when we can. We'll try to figure something out. And I'm like, see that you do. Thank you.
Being firm, putting your foot down.
Wreck my car and steal my tennis balls? No. No, sir.
That's a lot of tennis balls.
It is.
That seems like I've played tennis. I feel like I'd never have more than 6.
Well, what you can do is when you start tennis, you can go to a place like Play It Again Sports in Austin and buy a whole bunch of used tennis balls for cheap.
Okay.
That's what I did.
I greatly misunderstood tennis when I first started playing. I started playing when I was 6 or something like that. And I thought it was all about power, not it's the opposite of what you want. I was playing it like it was baseball. And so I just hit it as hard as I could every time it came to me. I was like you with the baseballs, Geoff. I was hitting them at the court. I was just hitting them as fast and as hard as I could. Fly out. They hated me. I didn't play properly at all. I would hit them out of the court and be like, yeah, I did it. Great job. I got so proud of myself.
Do you still play?
I haven't played in a long time now. I don't actively play. Does that answer your question?
Probably wouldn't do you any favors for the marathon.
No, would not be helpful.
Yeah, you gotta work on those ankles. You gotta protect those ankles, man.
You gotta protect those ankles. Yeah, I gotta put the bubble wrap. Gotta bubble wrap everything. Bubble wrap the court. I wonder how long you run in a game like tennis. Like if you track that, what the average distance is. Yeah, total distance. I imagine soccer would be the largest total distance moved per game.
Yeah, it's got to be several miles.
You'd think, yeah. I'd love to know how much a star soccer player runs in distance in a season. How many marathons they do.
Seems like Google could probably answer that.
Yeah, probably. I just had never considered it.
What do you think the opposite of that is in the sports world? Darts?
The least amount of movement. Darts is pretty good. Curling. There's a person that doesn't. They slide. Bowling. Golf is probably the most distance with least effort. Going from place to place. Yeah, and you're just walking down the course.
Eric wrote tennis match 4 to 5 miles.
Wow. Volleyball. Not
There's
volleyball.
A lot of movement in that.
No, tetherball. I meant tetherball. I said volleyball. I meant tetherball.
Oh yeah, there's not a whole hell of a lot of movement in tetherball.
What? That's just the ball and the string.
Yeah, where it has to go around. You're trying to get it to loop.
Hey, Gavin, I just remembered. I was supposed to ask this last episode. I wrote it down. How are your CPAP farts going? And
Yes.
have you recorded any?
No, well, I didn't take it to England. So I immediately voided all of my insurance
Oh no!
because it took me over the. Not that I finished any full nights anyway, but I just thought because I am now paying for it, I haven't bothered to use it again yet. I'm going to try a full face mask instead of the just under the nose one. That was the suggestion from a lot of the CPAPers out there. The CPAPers.
Please keep us updated. I had a situation the other day where I was trying to crawl out of bed. I had to use the bathroom, so I was trying to like crawl out of bed and not make too much noise. So I'm crawling out of bed, and every literal crawl down, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to be quiet. I'm going to be very selective. Every time I move backwards, I farted, and it sounded like a duck call. It was so loud, but also like short, and it happened 4 times in a row. It was disastrous. It was the loudest.
Why did you keep doing it?
Well, no, because I was trying to move out of bed. I wasn't on purpose. Just every time I moved, a duck call came out. It was like it was blowing a duck whistle with my ass as I was trying to get out of bed. It was very loud. It was not sneaky at all, but it made me think of you. The loud farts.
So wait, you're 4 backward crawls away from getting out of bed?
Yeah, I guess I was. Yeah, I was to get from the top to the bottom. Yeah.
Oh, because you're starting up Pillow Mountain.
Yeah, because I'm on top of the mountain. I need to descend. I need to acclimate. So there's a little pause, 2
It's
down.
like 3 fast to get down the mountain and 1 to get out of bed.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, it was 4. I just remember 4 duck calls.
Did you wake anyone up?
Probably. Almost certainly I did. But yeah, there was no.
Like the
no
biggest
big
problems in your life are just navigating your room at
In
night.
the dark at night.
Dark.
Yeah, quietly.
I'm disappointed. I wish there were more farts in your life. I was enjoying this. Made me happy. There's
I'll
certain
start
things.
using it again.
That's great. I hope it. I mean, I hope it works for you as your friend. But there's also 20% of me that hopes it's somehow worse. when you
Just
make your
20?
adjustment.
Yeah.
Just 20. Yeah.
Man, there's something wrong with me. Okay.
Well, there are certain things, certain failings that exist in the world that make me happy to know that they're there, because I can just assume that they've happened. Like you, I'm assuming you still haven't fixed if your doorbell rings while you're sitting on your toilet that it can't flush.
No.
Like that's just a thing that exists in the world that keeps me happy. I might be having like a tough moment, and then I'll think about the fact you might be sitting on a toilet right now that is unflushable. That's great.
I love that as well, that wasn't what Geoff's dream was about.
No.
No, not at all. My dream was just about like you being mad at me because I inconvenienced you by knocking on the door at the wrong time of the day.
I saw an interesting comment. What would your reaction be if Geoff actually did that, Gavin? If he was there way too early for no reason and woke you up? Would you care?
In real life?
Yeah, real life. What would your reaction be?
I'd just be concerned, I think.
You think you'd be annoyed?
No, I wouldn't be annoyed. I'd be like, oh, shit.
Never going to happen. Never happen. Never. Not a concern.
Yeah, I'd probably be like, oh, someone's died.
Oh.
That would be your assumption if Geoff showed up to your house early that somebody's dead?
Hey,
Yeah,
man, I'm here
text.
at your house to let you know somebody died.
Well, I would assume I'm getting in the
I could
car.
have called or texted, but this seems more intimate.
I don't know. That's how I feel like if my phone rings.
I want to break your heart face to face.
Yeah, that's a weird move to say somebody's dead.
Well, I mean,
As
who
I'm
just
not.
shows up unannounced?
Anyway, have a good day. I'll see you later.
Yeah, I gotta go.
I got
Also, here's
errands
this
to run.
cucumber somebody left. What? I don't. Is this here? I don't want to do. I don't. That sounds terrible. I hate this thing that you've created. I don't think I would go to. I fortunately have not had to tell anybody that anyone has died. But that's not true. That actually isn't true. I have had to do, but I didn't have to knock on a door.
You
I don't
still
want to travel to do that.
No, you didn't. Nobody's making you.
I think it's a phone call.
Yeah.
I think it's
yeah, I think
definite
it's a
phone call. But do you leave a message? If it goes to voicemail, is that messageable, or do you have to be talking to the person?
I think it's like, hey, Gav, it's Geoff. I know you're probably busy right now, but I really need to talk to you. So if you could call me back when you get a chance.
Okay, so you're not saying the person is dead in the voicemail.
what a bad
you're
message
saying
to
you
get.
need to talk.
Yeah. Hey, Gav, it's Geoff. I got some weird news about Andrew. Call me back.
Is it?
Weird news. Well, that's by far the worst. It's like, what is that gonna be? It's definitely bad, but it's weird.
I like the delivery of like what was it Lambeer, the guy in Office Space? It's like, yeah, you're gonna have to come in on the weekend. Like the way you deliver that is the same. Yeah, somebody died that you know. So anyway, if you're free to jet ski on Tuesday or Thursday.
Anyway, it's been forever since we had dinner together. If you want to go to the that place we love.
Did you see that document that I think it ended up in the subreddit for face, but it was like a Reddit combined list of like setup words, and I'll just post the thing on the Slack.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's basically like on one column you've got words like dumb and like shit and dick, and on the top you got like ass and bag, and basically like face is like a very popular combination on that grid. But I just looked at that grid and I thought this is a great opportunity to create some new insults based on the least combined. Like you could like out of this grid you can pull insults like scumwit and dirt hat and wank clown or dip goblin. I think they're all massively underused insults now. Piss sucker from Eric. It's always weird what people latch onto, like how some words are just meant for other words and that's it.
Yeah.
I really like scumwit.
Scumwit. Oh, maybe we're like an insult invention podcast now. Maybe we just invent new insults.
It's difficult.
I'm worried with this idea existing with the sock idea. I don't need socks that say that. We don't want to popularize.
Oh, should this be the word grid?
Oh, there
will
you
just
go.
Take 2 at a time from Smee.
Yeah. Honey, where's my piss fuck socks?
I'm never wearing the piss fuck
I've got that
socks
important
again.
dinner tonight.
They're cursed. Every time I wear my piss fuck socks, somebody knocks on my door and says someone's died. First time I thought it was unfortunate, but twice.
I have much better luck with my Trump nozzle socks.
What a weird.
I really think that there's something to these socks. This whole thing
I
with the
know
socks.
you do. There's zero doubt that you do. That was never in question. You're all about the socks. This is an interesting episode to record because this will come out 2 weeks from now, I believe.
Okay.
I think the last one's next week, right? And this upcoming week, Gavin and I are in Survive Block Island, and we won't be able to talk about it for quite a while. But there are things that could happen in that show that could impact how we interact with each other going forward for some amount of time.
You mean it may affect our friendship going forward forever?
Temporarily. Well, I don't know about forever.
I do.
You think so?
I'm counting on it.
This is, I think this is sort of an interesting point to like.
Well, let me ask you honestly right now before it all starts. Okay. Are you going to stab me in the back?
No. This is my belief, and we'll see what happens. I have no intention on stabbing you in the back. I don't think we'll be on the same teams, would be my guess. So we'd have to make merch, in my assumption, for us to play together. But I have no intention on stabbing you in the back, but feel like you will probably stab me in the back out of the assumption that I plan on stabbing you in the back. That is my prediction.
I feel like I'm quite trustworthy as a friend.
Yeah, I gotta step in and say that in the grand scheme of things, I think Andrew is going to stab Gavin in the back 11 times before Gavin considers doing it once.
Yeah, I think I'll have a knife in my back before I know what the teams are.
Yeah.
That's absolutely not true.
I just want to, this is going to be clipped out later when Andrew inevitably stabs Gavin in the back. And I just want everyone to listen to the way Andrew set up everything that he did. This is his belief. He has no intention. He thinks Gavin might betray him because Gavin thinks that Andrew's going to be the one who betrays. It is all set up for Andrew to have these outs. It is all predicated on, well, I didn't think that I wouldn't maybe think about trying to even do it once, maybe. Incredible.
Also, something to consider, is you guys are filming this next week. And if you're uninformed in the audience of what we're talking about, Rooster Teeth makes a show in Minecraft that's essentially Survivor, the TV show Survivor, but performed in the video game Minecraft and shot like a reality TV show, like exactly like Survivor is, and it's brilliant. But we're going to shoot it next week. It's not coming out till like September or October or sometime. So the hardest thing on earth is going to be you two are not going to be able to talk about what happens at all in any capacity. So if you have beefs, you're going to have to talk around them because you can not spoil the integrity of that show
Absolutely
2 or 3 months before it comes out.
No.
Seems like a problem for whoever edits this podcast.
Yes, it does.
Nick said, uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Well, I mean, no spoilers. We're just talking about things. And I want to clarify, I genuinely, I'm going into this not expecting to even consider betraying you, Gavin. But who knows what'll happen. I understand if it goes the other way for you, too. It's a game where you have to kind of adjust.
There's a lot of other people who would be much better to betray.
Yeah, for sure. Like, that's what I'm saying. I want to work with you. In my ideal world, we're working together until a point in which one of us probably will end up betraying the other. But I wouldn't be opposed to working with you the entire way.
That's nice to hear.
Yeah. And your tone, I don't feel like you believe me.
You're
I've
fucked,
got to be
Gavin.
wary of it.
Gavin,
of course
you are so fucked. He's gunning for you.
No,
So fucking hard.
the opposite of that.
Yeah.
There are other people, I won't say, there are other people I'm much more worried about than Gavin. I don't mean that disrespectfully, but
Let's take a poll of people who are not going to be in Survive Block Island, but that are present here on this podcast. That'll be Geoff, Nick, and Eric. Eric, is Andrew going to fuck Gavin over?
Yes, I think again, the way he just gave himself a million outs when he was saying he wouldn't do it is so just exactly on the nose for what you know is going to happen. So yes.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, Nick says you're already doomed. 100% he will fuck Gavin over.
That's my problem.
I feel like Nick said it better than I could. Yeah.
But that's why I think Gavin's going to betray me, because I don't feel that way.
Which is why you're going to betray him first.
That's typically not how this goes.
Your doubt is going to drive the knife straight into my spine.
No.
And your paranoia. You get pretty paranoid.
Who does?
You do.
I do? You think I get paranoid?
You definitely. Every time you see him having
You were going to fucking light every bat on fire in your house when there was a shipping error. What do you mean I get paranoid?
It's not an either or. We can both be very paranoid. I'm 100% paranoid. I understand paranoia. That's how I know you're paranoid.
That's fair. And based off of my assessment of your paranoia, I will take your grade. You seem like a specialist. I will accept your diagnosis of paranoia. It's a very paranoid game, but I trust... Yeah. I don't mean this rudely, Gavin. I don't think you're going to play a sneaky game because I just don't think that that's really who you are as a person.
All right.
That's why I want to work with you. But as a response, it's a very keep your cards to your chest response. I don't know how to read that.
I'm glad you feel that way.
Now can we get some discussion about that phrasing? That's
Gavin's, the hairs on the back of Gavin's neck are standing straight up right now. I think he's already in self-defense mode.
I don't think... It's going to be fun. I'm excited for that to happen. And it will be weird to not be able to talk about it for like 2 months. I feel bad because I keep texting Geoff about it. I have all these questions. I feel like I'm annoying.
Andrew, it's not annoying me at all. I love it. But Andrew does put me to work. He'll be like, hey, what if this impossible set of sequence of events happened? Would I get in trouble? And I have to go like, well, I have to go research that now and have to go fucking look it up.
Is he really
yes,
thinking
absolutely.
outside the game?
Oh, yeah, come on. Every question is like, yeah, for sure.
It was very funny.
I'm like, I'm not trying to break the rules, but I would like to twist them into a pretzel.
Well, the very first text I sent, I said to Geoff, I have questions about certain things. Who would I ask if I have a rules question? Geoff was kind enough to be like, I was involved. Feel free to ask me and I can answer. You answered it in a way that was very clearly like you expecting to be able to answer something kind of basic. And I asked you an extremely specific situation thing. And your response was just, fuck, I'll get back to you. Like you then had to ask somebody.
Yeah, well then I had to go have a meeting about that question. with 2 other people so we could determine the answer.
Now a word from our sponsor, BetterHelp. Being able to take care of your mental health is so important. There's all sorts of things you can do. It really is dependent on you. I personally love to listen to music when I'm sorting through things. It kind of gives me a little bit of a disconnect from what I'm going through while also making me very present. It's just a fantastic tool. Therapy is something that has been very helpful for me. There's all sorts of things you can do. It's just really coming up with those systems that work for what you're going through and what's best for you. Therapy is something that I've talked so much about as having a tremendous impact on my life. Talking to someone and sorting through things, it has illuminated issues I had and helped inform why I was struggling in certain ways that I didn't realize. If you're somebody who is maybe going through something, I would always recommend at least trying therapy. And BetterHelp is an online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat only therapy sessions, so you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to. It's much more affordable than in-person therapy, and you can be matched with a therapist in under 48 hours. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/face. That's betterhelp.com/face. Whether you're a past smoker who knows what sucked about the process of quitting or a current smoker who's currently struggling through that process, I have a thing you have to check out. It's called Fume. Fume is the natural inhaler designed for a better, safer, and natural way to quit cigarettes. It's a no smoke, no vape, and no nicotine replacement for the hand-to-mouth habit of smoking. Fume handcrafts wooden inhalers and uses cores infused with plant oils studied to curb cravings. They have flavors like peppermint and conker with minty notes to simulate menthol cigarettes, and other flavors like cozy chai and lemon berry bliss for a sweeter experience. And all of their flavors are 100% natural. No harmful chemicals, no artificial flavors, and absolutely no nicotine. Quitting is tough, but Fume really can help. They've got thousands of 5-star reviews from smokers who have tried everything else, and this worked. Also, if you're somebody who flies all the time, being able to use Fume in the airport and in the air makes a huge difference. Whether you're a smoker or an ex-smoker who still struggles with cravings, Fume is the perfect tool for you. So head to breathefume.com/face and use promo code FACE to save 10% off your entire order. That's 10% off your entire order when you head to breathefum.com/face and use code FACE.
Oh, did you guys see? I'll put this in the Slack. The screen matched baseball.
I did. That's so cool.
How cool is that?
Wild.
That's incredible.
Someone has taken from the big baseball video, the one that I was intending to post on the YouTube channel before the other 2 got posted. But someone found, I think, the very first ball that Geoff signed, and they have it, and they've held their ball up to the screen, and
With
it's the
their
exact same mark.
Giant monster hands.
Yeah, we sold that one to a giant apparently, but yeah, that is the ball.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
The baseball looks like a small plum.
It does. It looks very tiny. Do we have any other videos that were meant to come out that have? I guess the auction video comes out tomorrow.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, I think so.
it'll be out by the time people hear this, but tomorrow for us when we're currently recording.
And then, of course, MVP2 at some point.
And then MVP2 at some point.
I don't know. You want to spend the next half hour trying to schedule it? I got time now. Now it's not the last 4 minutes of the fucking podcast. Yeah, we got nothing but time.
I would, Eric, but I wanted to give you guys an update on my corn dogs.
Oh, okay.
Update? I still haven't had a corn dog.
What?
That's it. Yeah, remember I swore off corn dogs forever? Every once in a while, I give you guys an update, and they're still sworn off. Yeah, I still haven't had one.
Wait. So...
I've said this multiple. We had this conversation multiple times. I said I would never eat a corn dog again as long as I live. Thank you, Gavin.
And you still haven't had one? That's your
still
update?
haven't had one. Just giving you the update. Still
okay.
No
Was
dogs.
there a moment in which you almost did?
No, not really. But I just realized I hadn't checked in with you guys in a while, and I just didn't want to leave you hanging. Emily did buy some frozen corn dogs the other day, but I was not in any way tempted by them.
Did she have some?
Yeah, she had some, I think.
No, they just threw them away. This is
if they're in the freezer, it doesn't mean they've had them yet.
That's true.
But like, are you really buying corn dogs for a later day?
Do you eat stuff like that you freeze the same week? I feel like the freeze
Absolutely.
is like long-term meal.
No, if I'm buying something from the freezer section, that doesn't mean I'm going to wait for it. It's just how it's delivered.
I got a Red Baron in mind that's probably been in there 6 weeks.
That's crazy. I bought 2 frozen pizzas. They will be done. I will eat them within the week. Easily.
Huh.
Nah,
That's sort of like wasting the freezer, though.
I got to go
mean?
with Gavin on this one.
The whole point of the freezer is to
preserve. But I'm buying food that is frozen to reheat to eat now. I don't go into the...
I mean, if
Let
you're
me
going to eat it
rephrase
now,
this.
why buy it frozen?
No, because that's how it's delivered.
Now when you eat it.
No.
That's always the case. You
No.
always eat in the present.
No. You listen, stupid. Let me rephrase this because I said it horribly. I said it in a dumb way. If I'm in the freezer section in a grocery store, I'm not looking in the pizza aisle going, I'm gonna fucking enjoy this in June or December. Like I'm not gonna. What do you mean? I buy it because I plan on eating it because I feel like a pizza and I'll have it within the week typically.
You're
Why would
definitely
you
gonna
buy
betray
the-
me now?
Why would
No.
you buy a frozen one? You could go buy like a
Yeah,
like
you
a
could buy
fresh one
fresh.
that you could just.
Because it's
Then
the
you just
fresh
heat
one
it
is
up.
like a grocery store pizza and like they're cheaper. So like I use the flyer to buy my groceries typically. They were on sale, $2 a pizza. I bought 2 of them. So I'll have 2 frozen pizzas for meals this week. Maybe it's just different how we buy groceries. I typically will look at the flyer. What a fucking fascinating podcast topic. I look at the flyer once a week and I buy off the flyer typically for how I get groceries and plan out
What
that week.
flyer?
From the grocery store. I'll go on their website and be like, oh, what's the weekly flyer? And then I will buy off of the flyer to get discounted.
Do they have a flyer that just tells you what's on the end caps?
They don't, tragically. I'd love that. It'd be great savings.
Maybe you should start an independent newsletter that you can distribute around your town that just explains what the deals on end caps are week to week.
Like a scouting report?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
I mean, as the guy who invented Thank Me Later, I'm surprised that that's how you use your freezer. Like the
Yeah.
freezer is the ultimate Thank Me Later for food.
No, there are things for sure that, are just there and they exist for a very long time, and that's fine.
So what's long term in your freezer?
Oh, what's long term? I don't, probably like frozen fruit.
So how did it
That
end
last
up there? Did you intend to eat it within a few days and then you just forgot? Or did you buy it for later consumption?
It's always like I either forgot or I just haven't gotten around to it. So like something that would last a long time, or like if I buy a box of Eggo waffles or something like that, that will last a while. I'm not going to go through that whole box in a week. But
I would.
things that are like
Shit out of
singular
those
meal items, like a pizza, those aren't lasting long.
Yeah, I
That's
guess
fair.
we just shop differently. I buy frozen food and I'm probably in like a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks, I'm going to be fucking exhausted and not feel like cooking or ordering or
Yeah.
I'll just pop this in.
Mine's for when, like, in the future on an unknown date, I'm either going to get back pretty late, not have enough time to make anything or order something, and it's just like an emergency meal for me.
That makes sense. That's a valid way to have it.
And ice cream.
Mm.
You got any ice cream in your freezer right now?
Yeah, I've got some dark... why would...
What's your favorite flavor of ice cream?
Why was the ice cream part, Gavin, that broke you on this?
Well, I know, I was just fascinated with how you use your freezer, but now we're just talking about what's in our freezers.
I was curious what ice cream you had.
I like the ones... Yeah, cookie dough's pretty good with
Cookie
chocolate
dough's good.
chips.
Cookie dough is good.
It's all about texture for me.
Do you have a brand choice?
Probably Ben and Jerry's.
Ben & Jerry's. Okay.
How about you?
I like Ben & Jerry's. Ben & Jerry's is good. I don't really have a brand preference as far as ice cream goes. I will devour ice cream in a fucking day. Ice cream is not lasting long. Ice cream is not a long-term item in my freezer.
Really? I cannot eat a lot at once. I eat like an inch of ice cream at a time.
Cookie two-step. Jeff just
That's the
posted
shit
Bluebell.
right there.
That's your favorite ice cream?
Bluebell cookie
two-step.
two-step.
Yeah, when it's not full of listeria.
They survive.
I think the cookie two-step was a thing I learned at the same place I learned the sewing machine. I think we would do that after we'd start with the,
The
sewing
icky
machine.
cookie two-step.
And then we would do the icky cookie two-step. Still a half gallon, it says on the front. I like that a lot. The implication of, did you hear? I hear they may have gone below the half gallon like they used to, but no. Let us clear the air. Still a half gallon.
Or like all the other brands did and they just refused.
I always like, because you see that with fast food ads all the time. Like Wendy's whole thing is never frozen beef, right? Like what Are other companies doing that? How many other companies? Like, it feels like a weird, just declaring you're doing a thing that doesn't necessarily. I guess the assumption is all the other companies do.
I know that Monster Munch have, I think on their packets have like old, new old size. What was it?
New old size?
Oh, I remember this. Because they made them smaller, right?
They made him smaller and then made him big again. Can't remember how they phrased it.
For what? What was the product?
Monster Munch.
Monster
The
Mash.
crisps.
No, okay. I didn't know what they were though. Like I knew the name of. I've never heard of a Monster Munch.
I'm going to do some Googling. There you go.
Oh, I have seen those. Pickled onion flavor.
Yeah, there's pickled onion, there's roast beef, and then there's flaming hot.
There should be a company that does what DVD companies do with things on the bag. I will only eat chips that are entertaining and fun. It's my guideline for any snack. Interactive menus.
Didn't we talk about Monster Munch recently on this podcast?
No.
I think so. Yeah, we talked about Monster Munch at large recently, and I think it was maybe when we were hanging out outside of work.
Yeah, so it says new, crossed out, old, and then it says bigger like they used to be.
What?
On the top corner of that picture.
Top corner.
New /old. New.
So they made them smaller, and then everyone was like, "We hate it."
So they made them bigger again.
Oh, so that was their. I get what you're saying. The campaign was we did it. We got rid of the new.
And that's the multi-pack. Yeah, we were going to do a gauntlet of crisps, I think, weren't we?
Yeah, we're gonna do like some sort of a taste test or something. Does that not ring a bell, Andrew?
Not at all to me.
Was
I
this
think we were
something
talking
that
about that with Emily.
with our significant others? Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe this was I don't know. Oh, maybe it was when we were having lunch after jet skiing.
That would make sense. Maybe you're having some chips, doing a ranking of them.
It might have been.
Yeah, and then I was going to send you both, you and Andrew, all of the crisps, and you were going to do the crisp gauntlet.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd love to do that.
Yeah.
And then we were going to determine once and for all what the best flavors were.
Roast beef, flamin' hot. I feel like roast beef probably the best one of those ones.
I think pickled onion's the best.
I think I got to say, man, I think the munch sounds disgusting. Like every flavor sounds like a flavor I wouldn't want, but the packaging is adorable.
You like the little monsters?
I love the monsters. I love the purple color and the green monster. I like the font. It all looks great. It loses me at roast beef and pickled onion.
Why aren't onions called pickles?
Huh?
They're pickled.
Yeah, but so pickles are cucumbers.
Yeah. Well,
they're pickled cucumbers.
In America, they are.
Okay.
They're called other stuff other places. Like I think you call them gherkins, right, Gavin?
Yeah.
Okay. But in America, so you have a cucumber and you pickle it, and now it's just a pickle. But you can pickle all sorts of things. You can pickle onions.
It's true.
Yeah, I mean, Branston pickle is a bunch of pickle stuff. What would you choose out of these three flavors of knickknacks, Andrew?
What the fuck is
You got
a knick-knack?
nice and spicy, you got scampi and lemon, or rib and saucy?
Oh, I like my knick-knack scampi.
Ew.
What are these? Are these chips?
They're knickknacks.
They're knickknacks.
Okay. This is a thing we need to pursue. We haven't done a food thing in a while on this show. I'd love to do a deep dive on chips. US has the worst. They stink. Your flavors are terrible. US. No variety.
What the fuck are you talking about?
It's
the
bland.
worst.
You have such bland, limited flavors in America.
Yeah, it's
I'm
like
sorry
a
we
of
don't
all the
have
flavors.
shrimp scampi potato chips, but it's because we have some kind of fucking
That's my point.
standards. Jesus fucking Christ. We don't have roast beef flavored potato chips because we make roast beef here.
I mean,
Like, we don't need to make pickle. Like, we got real flavors for real people that eat real food.
yeah, but you have salt and vinegar. So what
I don't eat that shit.
Okay, fair enough. Whenever I'm in the US and I look at the chip aisle, it's always disappointing. Typically,
Yeah, I agree.
the US has like more of everything, but you guys are really lacking in the chip department.
What about Twiglets?
That's a great name.
That is a great name.
I've never heard of a Twiglet.
Dude, you're going to love Twiglets.
What
They're
else
like-
does Jacob make other than Twiglets?
Crackers?
I don't know what a cracker is in your country.
Jacob's
Is
crackers.
it like a pair of boots or like, I don't know. Oh, this is fucking stupid.
It is a dumb conversation, but we need to do the chip thing.
I
I'd
do.
love to do
I'm
a
going to get you
ranking of
both packages. How many bags of different flavors do you think we should do? 8?
All of them.
I should just try all the flavors, right?
All of them.
10?
I don't know how to answer
And
that
if
question.
and if we're gonna, I mean, I feel like we should throw American chips in the way too.
Oh, what? Fucking plain? I think we're good. We're good.
We could.
We get it.
You've obviously, sir, have never had pizza flavored Pringles.
Wow, spicy, exotic.
I don't
All
think
right,
it's
well,
spicy.
We'll
I think it
each
just tastes like
prepare-
pizza.
Let's prepare 10 flavors from our lands.
Well, I
and
hope
we'll
you
send them
like
to each other.
I don't know if
subtly
my land
different
has 10
barbecue
flavors
flavors because that's all we have.
Eric and Nick, do you want to try the? Wait, what's?
Wait,
Are you
what?
talking about eating 30 chips? Is
Well,
that
how
what
many are-
you just proposed? 10 flavors each?
Yeah. Well, how many chips are in a bag?
Well, no, I'm
No,
just saying,
wait.
like, that doesn't seem like a lot. Like, you're all going to have to eat 30 different kinds of, like, you're not going to get, like, run out of steam by, like, 12 and you have 18 more. Like,
We're
you
just
don't,
having one chip.
I understand. I understand that. But one chip 30 times,
It's like a bag.
especially with the different flavors where you're trying to, like, drill down on them is, like, a lot. That's, like, a considerable. Jeff, am I wrong? Is 30 not a lot?
I
No, it's a lot.
understand what he's saying, but I think it's necessary, and I think that we need a palate cleanser. We need to drink some Sprite or water or something in between.
Yeah, because
And I think
sometimes
this is
you'll have just swallowed a quaver, and you'll think, I really need something to wash
you
that.
gotta stop, man. You gotta stop sending these fake ass. You just made that. Wait. Yeah, it does. It looks like old people toenails.
These names are so fucking funny. Twiglets. Imagine having an argument as a kid going, I like Twiglets. And another kid goes, I like Quavers.
Yeah, or
What
he's like, I
the
like cheesy Whatsits.
What? You have to stop.
These are all. You're gonna eat all of these. Nick and Eric, are you getting involved in the chip game in the crisps?
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
All
we're
right.
in. If it means I can have Whatsits and Quavers, I can't wait.
Here's what we gotta do. This needs to be supplemental. This needs to be like the apple taste.
Yes,
Oh,
absolutely.
yeah.
It's too much for an episode of.
It is. I need to know: are Whatsits always baked, or is there a non-baked version of a Whatsit?
But the important thing is they're really cheesy.
They're really cheesy.
But no, Andrew is right though. America has like Doritos, it has plain Lay's, and it has Sun Chips, and that's what you get everywhere in every store, and there's no variation.
It's pretty bland.
It's pretty bland.
You never get the crazy, like right now, our Lay's is doing a cheese and ketchup mashup is one of the top flavors that they're rotating in. They always do weird things. I appreciate an odd chip. I also love this idea because I really need things for my 20,000 item list, and sounds like I got 30 right here.
Look, we got. I'm looking at Doritos flavors right now.
Oh.
we got spicy nacho. We got flamin' hot nacho. Those are two different flavors.
I will
Then
say,
we got spicy sweet chili. There you go, 3 flavors right there that are all essentially the same thing. Backyard barbecue.
Did you ever have the crisps that you would make into a car and then eat?
what?
They're like little trans.
What?
This is it.
You gotta fucking stop.
There you go.
Transform a snack.
Transform
That's
a
so
snack.
good.
You get the middle piece, and then you get little rings, and you build it into a small car, and then you eat the whole lot.
I take back everything I said
Yeah.
defending our chips.
Yeah.
We're outclassed.
Yeah,
They
this
have
is bullshit.
chips that are toys.
This is unfair.
Wow.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
would be a great. This would be a great supplemental.
Yeah.
I think you've won all of us over with one fucking image, dude.
Yeah, I don't want to eat Doritos. I want to eat a car.
Yeah.
I feel like, so the way to do this is we'll secretly create our collections, and then maybe like we open the box and reveal what everybody put in it I don't know how to logistically do this, but I feel like that's
right.
the funniest.
You've had several spoilers for what's going to be in my package.
Oh man, transform. I would do that with Bits and Bites myself, but I never had a brand. Like I would get the pretzel stick and I put all the little Cheerios to fill the stick with it, and then I'd eat it once it was like a Cheerio pretzel stick thing. But I've
Why don't
never
we-
seen
So-
transform a snack.
Why don't we do this in person? Why don't we make this the first in person thing?
I mean, that's so fucking far from now, but okay.
Oh, Andrew, when does the ankle bracelet come off?
I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. I'm not. You want me to travel to a different country to eat
when
a
is the
Transformer
arraignment?
snack?
Yeah.
Why does this? We did an Apple review, not in person, a thing I was much more excited about where I couldn't eat them. And you want to do Transformers? Why?
Just sounds really fun.
It does sound fun. I can't argue that. That's a great point.
I have a question for you, Andrew.
Okay.
So given that Canada is kind of a country that's situated in, it kind of equally siphons off culture from the UK and America. Do you have 10 Canadian potato chips?
Yeah, for sure. Well, not necessarily. Can we include like Cheesies and that type of thing as well?
What's Cheesies?
What's a cheese?
Like Hawkins, like a Hawkins cheesy.
I don't know what that is.
Oh yeah, that's a
So
Canadian.
I think that's
thing.
one right there.
So that's not.
So you just got to come up with 9 more.
Is that like me saying, can I use Frazzles?
No, well, wait. I thought
Crispy bacon.
Oh, fucking hell.
Why are they all named? Like, Nick's right. It's like dog treats. Why are they all named like this? This is the craziest fucking. Is there a way I can take a Wazit into Frazzle and put wheels on the Transforma snack on it? Oh my god.
Oh my
Wait.
god, we can make the ultimate crisp.
Wait a
It's
second.
like
Is Chester Cheetah not a representative of Cheesies?
What's Cheesies?
Has nobody here heard Cheesies before?
no, dude. Chester Cheetah's fucking Cheetos.
No, you're no. I think I tombed myself.
Did you mess up?
I think I've tombed myself my entire life.
Are you deep in the cove?
When I said Cheesies, I was referencing a Chester Cheetah product that you certainly have, the puffs, and then the hard ones.
We have cheese puffs and
Those are
Cheez-Its.
Cheetos. I know they're Cheetos, but I
The
thought
big ones are cheese puffs.
are Hawkins Cheesies? Is that where I'm? I didn't invent Cheesies. Is a name Hawkins Cheesies?
Gavin's over here like,
Okay,
what the fuck is that? That's not my
Hawkins
image.
Cheesies exist. Okay, so that's the mix-up.
I'm over here like, what?
Gavin's over here
Cheesies
like,
are Hawkins.
oh,
that's
you guys
the top-
haven't tried sausages in a plate? Yeah, it's totally human food. You're going to love them.
Yeah. Oh, why don't you
Beef
try
and
my
cheese
favorite
flavor.
flavor of crisps? Beer.
I can't have that one. Oh, that's fucking
Guinness
funny.
Burt's chips. This is great. I'm excited for this.
So wait, you said Hawkins Cheesies, but then you said Chester Cheetah, and he's not on this thing. These look
No.
like they're packaged in the 1930s. What is this?
It's like the top cheesy.
What the fuck are you saying?
They're the
What-
what? How else would I describe those? Like, what type of snack is that? Is that a corn based?
This looks like a snack you would get at the zoo in 1912.
No, they're
It-
delicious. They're
It
incredible.
looks like something you'd get in a little league game in the 1980s, but only
Yeah.
in a movie.
Yeah. Like it's like you
You're not
only
wrong.
eat this under a big top.
You're completely right, but they are incredible. I just don't know what to call the snack. What is a Cheeto? Like, what is the general nerve? Like the general term
Cheeto?
for
Yeah,
A
cheese puff.
a cheese
Yeah.
puff? So
Yeah.
a cheese, but they have puffs. They have a puff variety.
You're getting too granular. It's just cheese puff is the way to describe it. You're getting too granular. Let's stop
Okay.
you before you go further.
What's the best
That's it.
Doritos flavor?
I'm not a Doritos guy.
What?
I'm not a Doritos guy.
What's regular?
The regular like nacho, like default
Nacho
Dorito flavor.
cheese, yeah.
Yeah. I think I really do think that's the best Dorito flavor. I
Uh,
think everything
I'm-
else is fine.
You don't like Cool Original?
Well, in America we call that Cool Ranch, but
Yeah, I guess
Ranch.
ranch isn't a flavor in England, so they just call it original.
Cool original. That's me. I'm a
Dude,
cool original.
I wonder if I wonder if Cool Original Doritos tastes exactly like Cool Ranch Doritos, or if there is some sort of difference.
That's what I bet they are the exact same, but that's worth testing.
Yeah, it is worth testing.
Why don't
for
I bring that from my land and you bring Cool Ranch from your land?
sure. Okay, I'll bring it from my land, which you also live in, and
will
I'll
give-
grab it from the grocery store that we both go to.
Yeah.
Wait, what do we do?
No, I'm happy to do the work. I just thought it was interesting the way you phrased it, as if we don't live 3 miles away from each other.
That's true.
Nick posted a Zaps earlier. That is a respectable US chip. The voodoo
Oh,
flavor,
Zaps
not
are
bad.
fucking great.
Zaps are pretty good. I'll give Zaps some credit. We need to do this.
You don't have Miss Vicky's?
No, we do, but it's just they're
Okay.
fine. They're bland. The same type of chip. It's
Miss
just a kettle
Vicky's
chip, right?
fucking jalapeno chips are amazing.
I
Yeah, they're
haven't
pretty
had
good.
jalapeno.
Very residuey though. Really got to wash your hands after them.
Yeah, that's true. That's fair.
We should wrap up.
Oh, LeBron James, Flamin' Hot Cheddar and sour cream.
We
I'm
have
not
a whole
ever gonna eat
subdivision of
those.
snacks here that are like sports people snacks. Ooh, but that's aliens. That's a pretty good one, Gavin.
Yeah, that's
also
a pickled
onion
alien.
again. What the
Yep.
fuck?
That's a
Baked
go-to
hot
flavor.
fried.
Notice says Flamin' Hot Cheddar and Sour Cream by LeBron James. What creative input do you think he had in this?
Well, according to the commercial, because I've seen it 1,000 times during the playoffs, he ate a Flamin' Hot Ruffle and he went, "This is delicious." And then he ate a cheddar and sour cream ruffle and he thought, "This is also delicious." And then he had like a light bulb over his head and he put them both in his mouth at the same time and ate it. And then he said, "I'm a genius." And then I think he became the creative director.
I regret asking.
I'm pretty sure that's how that works.
This was a weird episode, but I enjoyed it. I had a good time. That was strange. This is a strange one.
I'm just looking at crisps. I'm just so excited
It's-
to make this package.
Stop spoiling stuff.
The second episode is always weird, man.
It depends.
That's true.
It's always something. Sometimes it's amazing. Sometimes it's a home run, but it's never a home run in the way you think it'll be. Oh man, So Gavin, because we
No.
need to wrap up. Did
We
you
do.
get to like the 8 things that you wanted to talk about? How many?
We
did
got
you
through a
cover?
few of them. I mean, I don't
What
know.
are you- What are you talking about? We got through a few of them.
What?
We spent 25 minutes on chips and you have notes to use? Geoff, did you go through all your notes?
No, not at all. I was looking through here.
This is insane.
I've got, look, my notes. Guy found his baseball. I've got Smee
No, you
delivered
don't need-
socks. I got
you don't-
tea towel.
We don't
got-
need to recap all the things we've talked about in the last 2 things. This is curious.
What are you asking?
Well, because I was out of notes and I assume we went 20 minutes on chips because we were noteless at this point.
No, I think we were just really into
No, I got
chips.
some
I got
I
really
didn't
into
get to,
chips
like-
halfway there, but
I got some I didn't get to mainly because I don't understand them. Tuna fish can spill in the sea. What does that mean?
tuna fish can spit in the sea?
Spill.
Spill in the
Spill.
sea.
Tuna fish can
That's a-
spill in the sea.
Yeah, I don't know what that is, but that was
You
one.
should when you write down a note, you should write the date next to it so you can at least narrow it down to like what you're doing in the world. I had this is a good one. After the pool party for my birthday we had so much fun with the rings and stuff, and we'll cover this later, but I was thinking I think the time is right for us to invent the new hot pool game. Like Marco Polo's old. It's tired.
Yeah.
I think that but and I was thinking we could combine it with swans. I don't know what this is, but I wrote down Swan King of the Hill. So like maybe there's something there, or we could investigate something else. So that's something we could talk about later. And we talked about the tuxedo DVD cover. I have a new business idea that we can talk about later, where you that I think you'll really like, Andrew. I think it's
excited
aligned
about
with
this.
some of your stuff. And there's 2 different angles of that. I don't go too far.
Okay,
too
yeah,
deep
this is
into
a
it.
nice teaser for an upcoming
Yeah.
episode.
But definitely have 2 products we can sell that I think will do really well. Talked about the corn dog update, beanhole days, checked on Gavin's CPAP farts. Death diving. I want to talk to you guys about death diving. Have
Can't
you
wait.
seen it?
No,
Have you seen?
but we'll
you guys,
save
are you guys
we'll save it
familiar?
for next
We'll save it for a future episode. I think I see a sport that is perfect for us to compete in.
Oh, I'm
Death
excited
diving?
about that.
Should I research this between episodes?
I would appreciate it if you didn't.
Okay.
And then you can see.
That's a
it.
long way to say no. You could have
So you
just said
can-
no.
Well, I'm a little more florid with my speak. I actually found it through the community. It was on the subreddit. Somebody posted a link to it, and then I've spent all night watching death diving videos. I think it's right up
Oh.
our alley,
Awesome.
and I think that we will probably find ourselves in Norway next year at the death diving competition.
As long as it doesn't overlap with Bean Fest.
No, Bean Day's
Beanhole
Bean Day's the
Days.
priority. Beanhole Day's priority. Yeah, for
Okay.
sure.
Mhm.
Dude, I want to get Gavin crowned the Bean King.
I would love that. Although I don't think I deserve it at this point.
Yeah, we'll have to make better beans for that. I guess we probably stop though, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I always hate to stop.
Bye.
Skip's prawn cocktail. What does that say? Light and malty? Malty? That's disgusting.
No, light and melty.
Light and melty? Oh,
Yeah.
Dude, I'm getting fucking, my eyes are getting old. That light, and so the chips melt.
They melt on your tongue with a prawn flavor.
It's fucking disgusting. I think we lost Andrew at some point. Okay, thanks for listening to another episode of the Face Podcast. If you enjoyed it, please tell a friend or an acquaintance or an enemy. Just, if you've ever met somebody else on the planet Earth, let them know about our podcast. There's 7.5 billion people who are currently alive. Most of them have ears. Most of them aren't using them for this, and we really would appreciate it if they did. And I guess Gavin and Andrew, I won't see you guys for a while, so it was nice hanging out for a little bit. Gavin, if I see you in public somewhere, I'd appreciate it, at least a nod.
I'll definitely give you a nod and a bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Hey guys, Major League fan Jack here with a look at next week's episode of Face. What a shocker, the guys haven't recorded yet again, so here are a few predictions for you. The tuxedo isn't in great condition. Eric gets frustrated by panting. Geoff doesn't want to hit any more balls. Jack gets promoted again. Does anyone remember when Andrew was going to become a basket weaver? Gavin forgot to hit record. And once again, Andrew does not eat the pencil. All that and more on next week's episode of Face.